Welcome to American History class. I am Mr. Parrott and I will be providing you some information and guidance in this journey of study that you're going to be on. I hope that you find it both interesting and informative and maybe helpful in understanding your world better. You know, there's the old cliche that those who fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. But that is so overused and rife with banality that serves no useful purpose. History is truly nothing more than the constant repeating of the same mistakes over and over again. We as a species are consistently unwilling or unable to learn from our past mistakes. But history can serve a useful purpose. It can help us understand our world better. This overwhelming propensity to repeat mistakes notwithstanding, a better understanding of our world can put us on a more productive path, or at least give us some contentment in a world that seems to be spiraling out of control. The path to this understanding lies in the comprehension of four key concepts. Significant events in history contain one or more of each of these concepts, and that is going to be the main focus of our study. Will be these four key concepts and their application and how they show up in history. The four key concepts are the end justifies the mean, revolution, perception is reality, and tribalism. So let's begin with the end justifies the means. That is, a desired result is so good or important that any method, even a morally bad one, may be used to achieve it. Revolution is defined as a sudden, radical, and pervasive change in society and the social structure, especially one made suddenly and often accompanied by violence. Perception is reality is our cognitive schemas, our thought structures that influence what we notice and how the things we notice get interpreted. In other words, we all get caught up in our stories, and the details of our stories are our reality, and this can have very little to do with what is factual. And finally, tribalism is a way of thinking or behaving in which people are loyal to their small group above all else. This can lead to discrimination or animosity based upon differences, whether actual or perceived differences. A tribe can be defined as people with common ancestry, also with a group with shared culture, interests, lifestyles, and habits. We are going to look at these four concepts, and to understand them, we're going to look at lots of examples throughout history, and that will be the, quote, assignments that you'll have. We're going to take a look at how these things play out in history. And your job will be to dive into the material that you're given, but also, maybe more importantly, is to be able to have a conversation. Ask me questions. If you need context about some event, maybe do a little more research if you need to. But I've grouped a number of events into these four categories. But please understand, many of these events that you're going to look at can fit under more than one category. If you understand these four things, the end justifies the mean, revolution, perception is reality, and tribalism, I would suggest to you that every single thing taking place in your world today would make a lot more sense. And that's our introductory big show.